Some fans, seeing just the trailer, are getting very, very worried that a woman will become the one and that Neo is no longer the one and that our white male hero is going to go bye-bye. And the new hero, whether the Chinese woman or Trinity herself, will take on the mantle of the one, and we will lose another white man to the thingamajig. Okay, so is this a real worry? Is it not a real worry? I'm just going to deal with the mythology. That's it. Not even getting into the politics. If you think a film that has Rage Against the Machine, has a metaphor for capitalism being evil, and features the bad guys who look like CIA and FBI agents as somehow politically neutral, well, good luck with that. I think you're really not intelligent if you didn't get that The Matrix is, yes, a mythology on the left. But just dealing with the mythology as a mythology, is this worrisome or does this screw things up? The answer is, I think, no. And I'm going to give two big reasons, one of which is indisputable and is the production history, which is that for The Matrix, Sandra Bullock almost played the role of Neo. So the Wachowskis, at the level of the script, were willing to change the character from a male to a female to accommodate Sandra Bullock. Because people forget, Sandra Bullock was a huge superstar. Back then, she was amazingly huge. So they definitely wanted a star for the film, and they were willing to work with her. They approached other people like Will Smith. So they approached a few people, but with her, of course, she's a she, they were willing to change the role from a male to a female to accommodate her. They ended up not doing it, and this is real. This has been verified in a very good book that covers 1990s film, but the film year 1999 in particular. It's a very good book, and he provides a lot of documentation, a lot of sources. So if you don't believe me, just get the book. You can see it for yourself. Just go to the Matrix chapter. It's all verified. Sandra Bullock was going to be Neo. Neo was never ever fixed as being male. He could be a female. The one could be a female hero. The one can be a male hero. There's nothing specific about the role that it has to be a male hero. And then we have the problem of the white male, which is, as some people think, is the real problem here, because I actually agree that in some cases this is getting stupid and silly. So something like with the Rocketeer, some people are panicking that they're gonna turn it into a black male or whatever. I agree. There it's gonna get silly if we turn it into a black female or a black male or whatever, because that would disturb the mythology of the Rocketeer. So I think in some cases it's fine that you keep it either to the way the character look, or if you're going to change it, you got to be more creative. But here it just feels with the Rocketeer, they're just being very lazy. Just a black man is going to play him, but there's no real creativity behind it. So I agree on that respect. But Neo and Keanu are not like that for a very simple reason. And the reason is this: Keanu Reeves himself is not a white man. If you think he's a white man, good on you. He's technically not a white man. If we mean by white, Caucasian, he is not. He's always been mixed race. That's always been clear. He has parentage from Hawaii. He's partly Jewish. He's all over the place. So Keanu himself has never been a white man. When he's asked about it, he does confirm, yeah, he's not white. But he doesn't feel like he should speak for Asian people or be a symbol for Asian Americans. And I respect that. He wants to identify as himself. He doesn't want to be called a spokesman for, quote, other Asian Americans. That's fine. But if we have to be super technical, he's racially Asian. He is not white. The idea that they're destroying the evil white man by having a woman take over. He wasn't white to begin with. The script allowed he could be a female. The one was not ever meant to be, quote, a white male hero, ever. That was never the idea, and it certainly wasn't a white male masculine hero. The whole idea with getting Keanu was they were challenging the idea of masculinity, right? He was not Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was not Sylvester Stallone. So people are just making up stuff. They don't know the mythology. They don't know the Matrix. They don't know film history. If they're going to get all panicky over a woke Matrix or whatever, or the women are taking over, I feel sorry for you. That's nothing disturbing of the mythology to have a woman be the central character, to be Neo, or to be the one. It does not contradict anything. It does not disturb the canon. It's fine if that's what's going to happen. If Neo's on for like 30 minutes, but then suddenly Trinity's the main hero, it's perfectly fine. I have no issue with that. If it's the new Chinese actress, she's going to be the new one. I don't care either. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In terms of the actual production history, in terms of the internal mythology, nothing is wrong with that. That said, They could still do it badly and poorly. It could just be a really, really bad story. And I say, don't go see the movie, or it is just a really bad story. That's perfectly possible. But is it illegitimate, or is it an illegitimate story choice? No. In some cases, yes, like with He-Man or The Rocketeer, just making it very prominent that a black man is in it, or now that a woman is in it, right? It was more the Teela show than the He-Man show. That is a problem because, again, the mythology is centrally focused on that particular hero, and that particular hero is a certain way, right? You can't change that hero too much or just get rid of them, otherwise you're going to disturb the mythology because they're too central to the core. But that's not the Matrix. Neo is the core of the mythology. But Neo himself never has to be, quote, a white male hero. It doesn't even have to be a male. It's flexible. The prophecy of the one is the one that will save humanity. It doesn't have to be a male. It doesn't have to be a white male. And it doesn't have to be disturbing of the mythology that Trinity takes over. So even the rumors at their worst, it's not a problem. The mythology allows for that. They could still make a bad story and you can still have problems with it, but those are issues with the story. Them shifting it from a male hero to a female hero in no sense disturbs the mythology. And you can double check the production history. They were thinking about doing it anyway. So these are just groundless fears. I understand people who think like this, and they have some cause for concern in other cases, but here with the Matrix, they have no case. There's nothing wrong with the canon. There's nothing wrong in terms of its history. So that's my thoughts on the matter. If it turns out to be a female hero as the new central core, it's not going to bother me in the least. The Matrix is set up for that. There's nothing wrong with that. If other Matrix fans have problems with that, that's fine. But I just think they're appealing to nothingness because there's just nothing there. I'd really love to see a principled reason they'd have a problem with this issue. And that's where I stand with the possibility of Neo being replaced by another Neo in the new Matrix film. Thank you for listening.